we are creating our Bokeh filter in PrusaSlicer from the blank filter now. So if we go to add and we import this camera bokeh filter blank, it'll open and we see that it has this square where I put a 1mm box to show where we have to put our negative image. So if we right click on the model and add negative volume, load, and select the model we want to. This time the printables logo. Zoom out because sometimes it imports not where you are but on the other side of the screen. So if we take this guy and bring him over to our model, we see that it's going to be a little bit too big for our box. Since the scale is on and it will constrain the proportions, we want about 22 to 23 millimeters for the longest dimension. So if we do 22.5 there, and now we're going to look around. It's actually looking pretty good for where we have our box. The only thing is it's offset just a little bit from the middle. But we know that our camera bokeh is at position 0 on the x-axis, so we can also put our printables logo on the 0 point at the x-axis, and it moves so everything is aligned now. We want to put this printables in the logo and drop it to the bed. The Z changes, and now we can slice. We will have our printables logo negative from our blank filter. And you'll notice we don't see our box during the printing. But this is only if we're printing at 0.3 millimeters. If we choose any other one for layer height and slice now, we will see it. So if we go back to slice, we can easily just select this, every metal, cut, and we want to cut at 1 millimeters. We only care about the lower part, so we're gonna unclick the keep upper part, perform cut. The box is now gone. You will see errors here, but it really won't matter for the filters we're creating. And now the box will not show up when we print it at any dimension. We can choose ultra detail and it's still not there because it doesn't exist anymore. I print at 0.3 millimeters because this doesn't have to be highly detailed and it's going to look very good no matter what the layer height is. And we can export a G-code right here. We don't have to perform the cut, but we can. Now, printables is nice that it has this option for creating a negative shape off of our main model. However, we cannot save the model as this. So if we want to do that, we have to open it in some CAD program. One of the easiest ones that I started out with is TinkerCad, and I'll show you how to do that right now. We are here in TinkerCad again, creating our Bokeh filter out of the blank filter. So if we create a new document, we can go up here to the left and select this to rename our file to whatever we want to be, or we can just keep the default funky name that TinkerCad gives us. Now we're going to go over to the right and select import, choose file. We want our camera bokeh filter blank. Everything looks correct. We don't have to scale anything. Can imports perfectly. Now we see it still has the square that we bound our image into to create our negative from. So it's always in the correct place. Now we're going to import the printables logo, upload. Everything looks decent. We could change our length to about 22.5 because we wanted 22.3, but we're not going to do that right now. I'll show you another way. So we're going to import this as is, and these kind of look close to each other, so we're going to change this color to give it more contrast. So there we go. Now we are going to zoom in, and we can see that this is probably not going to fit in there very well. And no, it doesn't. So we're going to reset view, and we are going to go to one corner, hold down the shift key, and drag it so that our biggest proportion is between 22 and 23. If we would want to, we could go down here, change the grid to whatever we wanted, and that would give us more control over the exact size. Or we could, holding down our shift key, click it, let go of the shift key, enter your value, hold down the shift key again, and select away. Then it constrains still. Now our printables logo will be inside the box vertically. Because I'm bad at zooming on TinkerCad, we are going to reset the view and zoom it this way. We're going to zoom again. Okay, that looks very perfect that way, but we want to select both of them, and we're going to go up here to align and select middle, and now we can see that not only are we aligned vertically, we're aligned horizontally in the middle. Now if we go to our printables logo model, we can select whole, grab both, group them, you have your negative image. Now you could go and export the file up here, and that 0.1 millimeter box won't matter at all. Or we could go one step farther and just make sure that the box covers it. We will bump this up to 1 so that once we group these two together, we'll still have the shape, but all we're cutting off is the guide box. So if we select, we're going to change our view so we can see it better. Group again. It took off the box. Now we can export here.